What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you want to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Ranga, trotting up to me with his tail wagging, must have assumed I would praise him for a job well done. This was a shock to him, but I honestly wondered why he thought I'd like it. But, well, those pathetic, sad eyes he gave me. They tugged at my heart, I guess.
Ranga, I know I gave you that punishment, but my final decision depends on tomorrow's contest. You're theoretically being summoned by Datta, so listen to what he says and try not to do anything reckless, alright?
Yes, Master.
Ranga and Shion were good friends, and I think Shion's influence made him go overboard at times. I had to put my foot down here, or I couldn't guess what kind of terrifying things he'd try next. If he remembered his role as Datta's summoned beast, everything should be fine. At least, he wouldn't overdo it against Masayuki, I thought.
Datta, I want you to work with Ranga and give me 100% in the final tomorrow.
You got it.
Perfect. I was sure Datta would have no problem gauging Masayuki's true might. The worst case scenario I pictured involved Ranga going into full beast mode in front of the crowd and then having Masayuki beat his ass. That meant I'd have to step into the ring, and I doubted we could talk things out then. I really wished we knew more about Masayuki's skills in battle. That worried me. Still, I hoped we could settle this without conflict. If Datta could win, we were good, but that all depended on tomorrow. Thus, despite a few unexpected twists and turns, Day 2 wrapped up in an orderly fashion. Today's 6 matches were over, which left only the finals tomorrow, shall we say, quite unexpected matchup between Masayuki and Datta. Once the arena emptied out, the night stalls reportedly saw massive profits. The fanboys were crazy for Masayuki, so-called hardcores were devoted to Geld or Carolon, and a few dyed-in-the-wool arena battle nerds tossed their hats in with Datta. They were all smiles with one another on the streets, talking excitedly about the day's bouts. The same was true at our own dinner, spent enjoying a multi-course meal at our tables with the other VIPs. All anyone wanted to talk about was today's tournament. Apparently, that Gaia dude was pretty famous. Datta's beating him very suddenly made him the focus of attention. A lot of people had high expectations for the final tomorrow, and my own table was no exception.
That was so great! Just seeing Sir Masayuki stand there looked so crazily cool.
You think so? I like Mr. Tempest more.
And Geld was so awesome. Talk about letting your fists do the talking. Yeah, when Lion Mask did that all-out assault on him, his face didn't even move an inch.
Exactly, and Lion Mask was fierce.
That barrage was something, huh? I was amazed. Just one cool move after another. I wanna learn some of them.
You too, Gale? So do I.
Yeah, me too.
Alice was all Masayuki. Chloe didn't particularly care. Kenya and the other boys thought Geld was cool under pressure, but Carolon was the more popular choice. He was kind of like an action hero, actually, what with the lion mask bit. Watching them carry on, I eyed the food on the table with anticipation. Instead of multiple courses, we were all being treated to a fried shrimp special, along with meatloaf steak and cream-filled croquettes. A very kid-friendly menu, in other words, although I was definitely a fan, too. If we were nobility, we'd have servants carting all of this over, but tonight we cut that out. Each table was separated by noise-dampening partitions. Having to worry about manners every single meal was exhausting, so I had us go with this setup on day 2. That let us chat all we wanted as we enjoyed dinner. The kids were abuzz about the battle tournament, and if they were that excited about it, I'm sure ticket sales were through the roof. I had my concerns about tomorrow, but no point worrying too much about that. I could see Carolon grinning at me from the next table over, no doubt hearing the kids carry on. Milam was there, too, looking a bit more peeved. Guess that noise dampening didn't work too well after all. They heard every word from us, although the opposite was also true.
Glad everybody saw how cool I was. Your kids there have good taste.
Don't be silly. How can you be cool if you couldn't even win the tournament?
Oh, don't be that way, Milam. I wanted to keep things nice and easy, alright? Nice and easy.
Pathetic. Have you forgotten your pride as a former demon lord?
Of course not. I got to take on a foe I've had my eye on for a while, and I didn't care about winning anyway.
I'm quite jealous.
I heard Midray add.
You said it. I should have just disguised myself and joined in instead.
Dude, if Milam asked to join, I would have stopped her at all costs.
Whoa there, Milam. That's way too reckless.
He's right, Lady Milam. A demon lord as brimming with grace as you would never be able to hide her identity.
Caroline and Midray agreed with me, at least, immediately trying to dissuade Milam of the idea. I didn't think she was brimming with grace, but oh well.
Whatever. Let's all watch the final match together.
Oh, are you done with your labyrinth work?
It's all perfect. So I'm gonna go around with Rimuru and his gang tomorrow.
Would I be able to join you?
I heard Frey ask.
I'll pass.
Said Caroline.
My staff invited me out. It's too bad I didn't make the final, but I want to take my time and look around town tomorrow.
So Milam would be watching, too. Caroline planned to go out with his lycanthropiers, and I suppose Frey would be keeping an eye on Milam. Good thing there was only one round of the tournament left. Milam was excited for the labyrinth opening as well, so I figured we didn't have to worry about her.
But if it was that engaging of a tournament, perhaps I should have joined in.
Actually, what were you doing all day?
Midray was in the concert hall the whole time.
So was Frey, it seemed, if she knew he was there. If they liked the music that much, I was sure the orchestra would be delighted to hear that.
Huh? You mean that stuff that put me to sleep yesterday?
Caroline, a barbarian like you wouldn't understand high art, I suppose.
Whoa, Frey, don't talk to me like that.
Hey, which stuff was this?
Music, Milam. Remember that large band of musicians Clayman was so proud of, who played such beautiful music? Well, there's a band just like that here.
I think this band's better than Clayman's, but...
Oh? So you know that much about music after all, Caroline?
That doesn't sound like much of a compliment to me, Frey.
Well, no, it's not. I didn't mean it as one.
You people just treat me like crap.
I'll have you know, Luminous herself spent the day at the concert hall as well, in the best seat available. I doubt someone like you could fully understand that music, is all I'm saying.
Really? Luminous? Wait, she's here?
Hey. I like music, too, you guys.
Certainly a lively conversation. I was glad they were having fun. As I listened in on the other guests, Hinata leaned closer to me.
So, if you do wind up fighting that kid Masayuki, what are you going to do?
Way to drive to the core of the issue, huh?
Huh? You're fighting Sir Masayuki, Mr. Tempest? I know you're strong, but I don't think you're that strong.
Sure he is. I think he's way stronger.
The kids promptly began to argue over who'd win in our theoretical fight. Alice and Kenya sided with Masayuki, the others with me. That gave me a one-vote advantage, which I thought I could gloat about, but...
Oh, whatever. To be honest, not even I have a good gauge of Masayuki's strength. You should be wary of him, though, of that much I'm certain.
That sounded like a warning. She didn't go into great detail, since doing so would reveal several of her own skills, but apparently she had done some investigation into Masayuki. The results told her that even she would find him a difficult challenge.
Of course.
She said with a laugh.
I still think I'd beat him, 9 times out of 10.
Then things got worse.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can lose to anyone, Hinata. Uh-huh. I hate to say it, but you're amazing.
I don't think anyone in the world could beat Hinata.
Me neither. No doubt about it. Not even Lion Mask could put up a fight against her.
It was unanimous. Hinata was stronger than Masayuki. Me against him was a split decision, but Hinata against him? 5-0. I was honestly hurt for a moment.
Well,
I grumbled to Hinata.
I do think Masayuki's interested in hearing me out, unlike some people. I don't think I'd have that much to worry about.
In what way?
The air suddenly froze between us. That was a landmine. One that was plain as day, and I'd stepped on it anyway.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
If you're calling me out, I'll fight you anytime.
Man, what a temper. Realizing my mistake, I managed to placate her with the flan I was going to enjoy for dessert. A devastating loss for me. Loose lips, etc.
But you're right, Masayuki seems open to reason. Yuki said he was his guardian, so if need be, I can talk with him. But we may not need to.
No?
Meaning, maybe he'll lose tomorrow.
I won't deny that, but this is Gobta we're talking about. He's got a knack for screwing things up right when it counts.
He was pretty strong, if he'd only take a normal approach to things. But he kept getting these crazy ideas in his mind midway, and that put everything off kilter. That's just who he was. And what if he tried something crazy in the final? For a moment, it seemed like Raphael was about to say something. Did I imagine that? Ah well, I'm sure it was nothing important. But we were talking about Gobta versus Masayuki. Gobta, with Ranga, seemed to have a clear advantage. If Masayuki could beat Ranga, that definitely made him a serious threat, But somehow, I just couldn't see the kid like that.
If you ask me, though, I think Gobta has a lot of potential.
Oh, sure.
I said.
I'll grant you, he has a lot of good sense. But, you know, he's Gobta.
Gobta, with a bad habit of doing something stupid and losing a fight he could have won.
Alright, well, I'll be looking forward to tomorrow.
With that, she ended the conversation and took the kids out to the night market. Please, I begged her in my heart, please don't spoil them too much. Hinata was concerned for me, in her own way. I appreciated that. If Gobta lost, we'd work something out then. I was prepared for it, and I didn't think anything too bad would happen as a result. For now, I really ought to enjoy the festival. We had tons of problems and tons of things to do, but these days really seemed fulfilling to me. I felt happy, so it was time to switch gears. I promised Gazel I would meet with him, and it was time to follow through on that.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. Shout out to James Yap, Night Gazer, Abhishek Dungdung, Rahul Subramanian, Luke Devilax, Asif Vai, Neil Thakar, Delquin Alberry, Amaral Tempest, and last but not the least, shout out to Kila Kitsuke. I'll see you guys in the next video.